Welcome, everyone, to the City of Kingman meeting of the Clean City Commission, Thursday, January 16th, 2025. Yeah, we got an echo. We'll do a call to order, a roll call.
Vice Chairperson Carpenter.
Here.
Commissioner Wilson. Present. Commissioner Helton. Here. Commissioner Eric.
Here.
Commissioner Jocelyn is absent. We have a quorum.
All right. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, consideration of public comments. Those wishing to address the commission should fill out request forms in advance. Comments from the public will be restricted to items not on the agenda. There will be no comments allowed that advertise for a particular person or group. Comments should be limited to no longer than 3 minutes. The commission may not respond to speakers during the call to the public. The commission may direct the staff to study the matter or request that the matter be placed on a future agenda. So,
We'll get back to it.
oh yeah,
The minutes.
consideration of minutes. Yeah, I didn't do that one.
Do we have any speakers?
Nobody signed up. Okay, so
I will make a motion. Turn my mic on. I will make a motion to accept the minutes as published.
all right, second.
I'll second.
All right. Minutes are approved from July 18th.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, old business, the event calendar.
Good evening, Vice Chair and Commissioners. Appreciate the opportunity to be here with you this evening. I'll go over a few items here specific to the event calendar, and then Ed will be able to give you guys an update on the neighborhood cleanups. This item is a regular meeting agenda item so that any events that may arise can be scheduled to be discussed and participation decided upon. Staff has asked that the commissioners look for events and activities that would benefit from Clean City Commission participation. Any additional events that the commissioners know of and which they think would benefit from Clean City Commission participation can be discussed at this time. According to the City of Kingman Tourism website, the final first Friday event of the year was held October 4th. The event will resume in April of this year. According to the Kingman Area Chamber of Commerce, Live After 5 is the event that takes the place of First Fridays in November, December, January, February, and March. This event does not include street closers. If the Clean City Commission wants to participate in Live After 5 events, they would have to ask for permission from the business owner whose sidewalk areas they would like to utilize to set up their tables.
Can I ask a question as a newbie here? How has this gone with the First Friday? Has it helped? Has it done anything for, I mean, it seems, I know First Friday has turned into a big party or a big kids thing. I remember when we were just sitting at the bar and had a wine, an opening of, art. So it's different than it used to be. But I have seen a lot of booths down there and just wondered if does it seem like it's working, or does it help, or?
Randy, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
I will defer to you because I know Randy participates in those regularly.
Yeah, so it's basically just a chance to promote all of our programs, Adopt a Block and different things. And we have, thanks to Donna, we have a whole new bunch, brand new swag giveaway items. There's a wheel that the kids love it, you know, and they spin, but, so you get to talk to people about the programs, the Clean City Commission. A lot of people don't even know there's a Clean City Commission here in Kingman. So, and then you try to get more people involved, so.
Okay,
Sometimes it's a challenge, but, yeah, no, it's good.
that's good. Okay, good. Thank you.
If you're asking about the numbers of people that show up,
Yeah.
Josh has all that information at the powerhouse. And I think even the worst one that we had, which was when it was real hot, there were like 7,000 people downtown during that time. And it run from 7 to 9. I think actually the Christmas parade, if I'm not mistaken, talking to Josh, the Christmas parade was the biggest one. There were like 9,200 people down.
Wow.
And I've been to all of them since we had the ribbon cutting, and I've never seen that many people downtown.
That's
Wow.
good.
And the other thing that I've noticed is being downtown on a weekday, there are many more cars downtown
Yeah.
than what there used to be. And I was surprised, quite frankly, at the amount of increase.
Yeah, so definitely the first Fridays, they're fun, you know.
Yeah.
You show up, you set up the table, got all your promotional gear, and the kids love spinning the wheel and getting the prizes, you know, you try to promote.
We ran into the issue of open meeting laws because we were texting each other, the whole board, saying we're going down to set up the tables at First Friday, and then when we got the open meeting laws, it looked like we were in violation because we were communicating with each of the commissioners on who was going to be at the down at the First Fridays, you know, and us all getting together technically was violating our open meeting laws.
And speaking of open meeting laws, I'm assuming maybe at our next meeting or a meeting thereafter, we will probably schedule another Annie to come in and go over open meeting laws again, since we've got some new members, so appreciate that. Appreciate your input, Councilman Ward, as well, and yours, Vice Chair Carpenter.
And
Yeah,
Day of
I was
caring?
gonna say,
Okay.
Donna's counting on me to forget the fact that she wanted me to mention the Day of Caring, which will be sometime in April. There's not a set date yet. And then maybe we also want to look at scheduling our cleanup for that area on 66 there sometime during that
needs it.
time as well.
It's
Yeah.
ready.
Keelan, can I ask a quick question? Can you, do I got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you, when you say schedule our cleaning, can you kind of, for us newbies, clarify when and where and what we're cleaning?
Yeah, no, great question, Commissioner Eric. So our specific area is the ADOT right away, I guess, if you will. They're kind of south of the Public Works facility, over there near the Bashes area. And I think that, you know, that's up for us to discuss, or, you know, if we want to look at setting a date sometime in April, you know, we can certainly do that.
we could actually just do it around the Day of Caring time, and we can handle, if you guys agree to do that, then we can handle it by email, because it'll most likely be before we have another meeting.
And do we
Thank you.
Do we do one in the fall as well? Did we just do one a year? Or,
I think we typically try to do two
We
a
do
year.
try to do two, we just didn't get a second one in this year.
okay, so, yeah, it'd be nice to get that on the calendar. 2 cleanups.
Sorry, Donna, just, do we know, when will we know when the Day of Caring? Gotcha. Okay, so then, I guess once we know that, then we can just send out an email? Is that what?
Yeah.
Yep, and then we can coordinate our cleanup
That'd be great.
during that time? Does that work for, okay?
One more question, since this is, since our meetings are so, spaced apart. Will we be creating flyers or something that we can post or pass around for this cleanup?
I do have a list of volunteers that we've assembled from various events that I send emails to, and then I believe we put it on Facebook as well.
Okay, thank you.
And we can share that on our Facebook page. And can we pull in any volunteers we want to? We could, okay.
Could we utilize the digital signs for that as well, for the city?
I don't know the answer to that. Do
Okay.
you, Keelan?
I don't either, but I can certainly ask and get an answer.
That'd be great.
I'm sure Sarah will post it too.
We did the Dig It Gardens dash that they have, the race, but they're not doing it this year. But maybe in the fall, we also did a tomato festival. And we set up the table then, so I'm gonna try to get involved with that. They're not doing the run, but we can maybe in the fall do that, and we'll get that on the calendar maybe after the next meeting or so.
Okay.
And when is the expo that we do at the park?
That's a great question. They haven't set a date yet, but I'm pretty confident we'll have another meeting before
Oh, okay.
the expo.
That would be good to put on the calendar. And then the chemical and e-waste drop-off days, there's two different, that we could maybe also utilize the digital billboards and put it on our calendar as well. Maybe even set the table up for promoting at those events as well.
And maybe having, again, all of these, having a nice flyer of some sort that is easily shared on social media. I'd appreciate that.
I should probably defer to Ed, but Ed can correct me if I'm wrong. I do think on the e-waste event and the hazardous waste event, I'm pretty sure that those are published.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
We're working with MCC now to do electronic waste. So does that, and they get a flyer out on that. Be on the website, city website as well.
Great.
But I will certainly inquire about the electronic
Yeah.
billboards for.
Yeah, great.
Anything else on the event calendar? Okay. Let's see.
Are we moving on?
Yeah, we will move along
The
to
Adopt a Block
the Adopt a Block program.
program update.
Yeah. And there have been no new applications or inquiries about the program. On October 6, 2024, New Beginnings Fellowship held a cleanup of their Adopt a Block area. Although they had a low volunteer turnout, they were able to collect 5 bags of trash. That's all I have to report on that.
We'll probably re-register for that as well once we get into our new place. And I think it's good till March, right? Oh, okay, so we can still get out and maybe do another cleanup before we lose our, what do you call it? Yeah, the permit is due, right? Or is up. Okay. And then, so we'll continue to promote it, for organizations and businesses and whoever wants to get involved. But it'd be neat talking about the digital billboard. I'm hung up on that thing because that's a good way to put it in front of people, If it's once a week and they go, oh, there's that ad again or whatever, once every other day or something, have it up there. We do a media blast regarding the Adopt-A-Block. If we can do that, that would be great.
We're gonna give the digital boards a workout, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then also on social media and all that, right? And just to get it in front of people that an organization might want to get involved with and helping us keep the city clean.
Do you have a list of people who have adopted a block? Do we have a list of that? Can you email that to me? And would anybody mind if I brought this information, which most people know, they just forget about, to other organizations that I'm involved with, or?
No, that'd
just-
be
okay,
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Can I
very-
also get that email?
Well,
Thank you.
There's a quick answer. Tanya just said we're welcome to use the digital board for city events.
Yay! Thank you.
City of Kingman events for
Yay.
clarification, yeah.
Let's
Thank you.
promote.
Thank you.
I was also thinking of getting some permission, maybe from Walmart, and just set up the table as people come and go in and out of Walmart, you know? I'll give that a shot.
Sure.
See if we can do that.
I think we'd have to clean the other side of Airway first.
Oh, no, that's an ongoing issue. That is an ongoing issue.
Such a mess. Oh, my
Yep.
God.
That and Smith's and then up, yeah, all the, where the big stores are.
Yeah.
Okay, are we done there?
Sir,
Okay. Are we going to new business?
okay.
All right. Welcome new commissioners. We welcome Kathy Helton
Thank you.
and Jengus Eric. Welcome, brother.
Hello. Thank you.
Welcome. Looking forward to serving with you guys, and that's going to be great.
I'll turn on my video real quick.
There he
Can you
is.
guys see me?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
Welcome, Jengus.
Good to see you,
I'm glad you
Genghis.
joined the team.
Yeah, thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
welcome.
Happy to be here.
All right.
Happy to have you, for sure.
So, election of officers. So we need to elect a chair and a vice chair.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to make a
Hold-
motion. Oh,
Hold on, one quick
Oh.
second here, I'll just read, yeah.
okay.
The Clean City Commission typically elects a chairperson and a vice chairperson on an annual basis. If you would like to consider, or if you would like to be considered for one of these positions, please let Vice Chairperson Carpenter know that you are interested during the discussion. Interested commissioners must be nominated by motion. The motion must be seconded and then voted upon by the Clean City Commission members. The responsibilities of the chairperson include conducting Clean City Commission meetings. The vice chairperson's responsibilities include filling in whenever the chairperson is absent. The chairperson and vice chairperson may be asked to attend agenda-setting meetings approximately 2 weeks prior to the Clean City Commission's regularly scheduled meetings.
Okay.
So with that, we can certainly open it up for discussion, and then we'll do them one at a time. So we'll need a motion and a second, and then a vote for the chairperson, and the same for the vice chair.
Okay. I'd like to nominate Randy Carpenter as Chair of the Clean Cities Commission.
I'll second that.
Very good. And you get to say?
I would
There's a motion?
accept, yeah, as a
Yeah.
motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Oppose?
Yeah, anyone opposed? Okay, and then I would like to nominate Janet for vice chair.
And I'll accept.
All those in favor?
I need a second, I'll
Aye.
second
Oh, I need
that.
the motion is,
I'll second that.
Okay.
so congrats.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay.
Okay,
Congratulations, Chairman.
Yeah.
thank you. Okay, reports. Free neighborhood cleanups.
I'm going to turn this one over to Ed here.
All right.
Solid Waste Superintendent Ed Tapia will provide information regarding the free neighborhood cleanups currently being provided to City Kingman residential solid waste customers. Up to 175 residential solid waste customers are eligible within a certain part of the service area per month. A different area was or is eligible monthly in the months of November, December, January, and February. These cleanups are modeled after the city's extra trash pickup program that is offered regularly and allow for the removal of 5 cubic yards of trash with some restrictions such as no removal of construction debris, vehicle parts and tires, loose trash, dirt, rocks, or concrete, propane tanks, or hazardous waste. Residents are notified through their utility bills and given an update or given a date when orders will begin being accepted for their area. The customer then calls the solid waste division to place their order. And with that, I'll turn it over to Ed.
Thanks for having me. So, for those of you who don't know, earlier this fiscal year, we were asked to provide some free neighborhood cleanups. So with the commission and along with Public Works, we decided we were gonna go do knocking on doors, the very first cleanup. And we were just gonna kind of pick 4 different neighborhoods to be able to do this this year. But what we did find out that knocking on doors wasn't as easy and as safely as we thought it would be. So the first month that we went out, we knocked on those doors, and we only got 8 participants to call in on a free bulk pickup up to 5 cubic yards. So we knew that wasn't going to work. So we brought it back to the table, and we worked with internal staff, and we came up with an idea that we could distribute it in our water bill. It would go out to, we would be able to offer it to citywide, and we would do them in 4 cleanups. So basically, we go by water bills, and I believe there was 17 billing cycles, so we divided that by 4, and so each one of those is highlighted in a color. And we've already done our first 2. We're just finishing up our last one. They have till tomorrow to call in for theirs. So the very first cleanup we got just right under 65 work orders, so we knew it was working.
And what area was that? What area was that?
It goes according to when your water bill comes out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because if it went out to everybody, we wouldn't
Okay.
be able to keep up. So
I got you.
we're going out by water bill.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
again, so if you get a water bill, if you get it electronically, look for that information. So again, the very first cleanup, they have 2 weeks, a window of 2 weeks to call in, and we would assign them a work order. We would let them know when it needs to be out curbside, and then we'd go by and pick it up. So the very first cleanup was 65. We're just wrapping up our second cleanup, and we're already up to 123 on that one. So it's working. And keep in mind, some areas are going to need more assistance than others.
Right.
And then we still have 2 more cleanups to go. So we're excited to see how that goes, but it's working really well. So,
That's fantastic, yeah.
yeah, so.
Very cool.
But that's pretty much the gist of it. So again, if there's any questions, they can call our office out at City of Kingman Solid Waste Department. Our number is 928-692-3102, and we'd be happy to answer any questions or notify them according to their routing when they should expect that to happen. So,
That's great.
any questions?
No,
I have a
that's
question.
fantastic. Oh,
Sure.
Hey, Mr. T.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Quick question. There's restricted materials on that list. How is the turnout on that? Are you getting a lot of contamination? Are you getting people trying to sneak something by? Are you pretty efficient?
No, generally not, because they know we're going curbside. So this is another reason why we choose to do curbside rather than actually have a neighborhood cleanup with a roll-off dumpster there. That's usually not manned, if you will. So yeah, when we go on a curb call, I'd probably say 3 out of 5 times somebody's home. If we come across something that we are not able to take, we will leave it behind. We'll leave a door hanger, or we will call them and let them know that we had to leave the 5 gallons worth of oil behind or what. But we normally don't see a lot of contamination. Keep in mind, people that are doing bulk pickups, they've done this in the past. If they've been a longtime resident, they know what they should and they shouldn't be putting out at the curb.
Thank you. And just to clarify, it's also like they just put the bags on the side. There's no special bin. They don't use can they use their regular trash can? Right now,
They
right?
can use a regular cash can. They would have to let us know that they would need that dumped as well. But again, it's only up to 5 cubic yards. 5 cubic yards is equivalent to if you had a normal standard pickup at home with an 8-foot bed, you fill that 8 foot wide all the way up to the top of the cab, that would be equivalent to 5 cubic yards. So we go out and pick that up. So all we ask, again, those guidelines, when they call in, our staff will let them know. If it's tree limbs, they have to be cut within 6 feet. 6 feet length so they can get in back of the truck. Most everything needs to be contained in some way to keep the wind from blowing it away, either bagged or tied, boxes. We just know there's going to be some stuff like construction debris that you won't be able to put in a box or in a bag, so just cut it down small enough that we can get to it.
Okay, and you're keeping tabs on everything, the stats and whatnot.
Yeah,
So we
every household on this program has a work order with a work order number, a date when it was picked up, a date when it was completed, and the items, a few of those items that we picked up. So example would be, hey, I have a dresser and I have some tree limbs and some miscellaneous stuff. So we would just put enough information on that work order to get us to that site, and then they could determine this is the exact site and pick it up. But yes, so if you ever need any
Awesome.
of that data, let us know.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
I had a question.
sure.
So how do you determining which neighborhood? Are you doing it systematically around the city?
Again, it's by water cycle. So I work with Michelle with Water Department Billing. They go out and read meters. So each meter is read on a cycle. So again, like I said, there's roughly 17 cycles. And then so we came up with 4 different colors of neighborhoods where they would be. So it would
Oh,
be
that's
similar to
good.
that. And then, like I said, we sat down and we figured, okay, the blue ones, let me see, what was the first one we did here? March, February. Yellow. So yellow, we did a window call for people to call in from the 2nd to the 13th. Because again, keep in mind that these bills for this particular group of residential areas are only going to come at a certain time. So, they went out, I think the bills went out in November. Residents should get them by first part of December. We allowed them, a day or two to be able to start calling us. We gave them that window of 2 weeks. So again, it goes from the current one right now is from January 6th to the 17th, which is tomorrow. And then the third cleanup is going to go from February 10th to the 21st. And the last one will be in March.
That's
So
awesome
again, that will
because,
cover every residential household in the city of Kingman. And again,
yeah,
this
so
is
no
for
one's feeling like,
for residential.
well, they
only.
got their trash picked up, but they haven't come to our place yet. That's a great system.
Right.
Bravo, yeah.
So,
And
Fantastic.
just to clarify, so in 40 days, someone would have a second chance every 40 days.
not a second chance. You only get one opportunity for your particular area.
Per cycle,
Are you
4
gonna keep
cycle
these-
per year, yes. So
Per year,
again,
yeah.
so, yeah, so if you didn't call within that 2-week period, you missed out. So then we
For
move
the
on to
year.
the next one, move on to the next one, so.
So Eddie, the people that get electronic are going to miss for a whole year because it
Again,
wasn't in there before.
again, electronically, the way I understand, and again, Michelle could have that conversation with you, but the way I understand every electronic automatic pay, where, you just get an electronic bill, you somehow get alerted, from what I understand. So do they send you an email saying how much your bill's gonna be?
Yes.
So if you click on that email, from what I'm told, you click on that, you could read your bill. And on your bill, it will say either, if it's your turn within that cycle, one of those colors, it'll show a PDF version
Okay,
of whatever
okay.
they want to tell you, whether it be the survey, whether it be, any kind of program they're having. So it's very important for people that have electronic bills coming through to take the time to read that, as well as those of us that get mail. It's very important for us to open it up to see if there's anything in there other than the
Right.
bill. So,
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. That's a
Yeah.
good system.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And Eddie, Mr. T, you answered one part of my question, but if someone was on a cycle and didn't utilize it and missed it, would they have a chance again that year?
No, that's how we set the
No.
program up, because again,
That's fine.
you know,
I was just curious,
for the
just
simple
clarifying.
reason that, you know, we still have other work to do, you know, basic,
Mm-hmm.
regular extra trash. So we gave this 4-month window to be able to make this happen.
And so
Thank you.
when are you gonna, it doesn't start its cycle again until sometime?
This program was asked by council for us to
Just-
put in some extra monies into
Right.
the Clean City Commission meeting, so we haven't been instructed to do it for 2026 yet.
Oh, okay.
But if we're instructed to do that, then we will come up with another, something similar or something different, whatever, how they instruct us to do that
And
cleanup.
what's it costing now for an extra pickup?
Currently, it's $25.75, and then rates haven't been verified yet, but they're due to go up. All solid waste rates, residential, commercial, and bulk pickup will go up in July.
It's still a really good deal. And there's
Yes,
still so many
absolutely.
people that don't know.
Again,
that it's
yeah, we
there.
do our
I
best
mean,
to
yeah,
continue to
I
put
just
that
work
out
with
there,
homes
but-
all the time, and so I deal with people and tell
Yeah.
them, and they get all
Yeah.
excited. Yeah.
On an average, we get about 50, 60 work orders a week.
Wow.
So we do those
That's good.
weekly, so we do
Wow.
get quite a few.
Yeah, cool.
Fantastic.
So,
right.
Eric, Commissioner Eric, so the person who missed the cycle can actually pay for the missed cycle.
Exactly.
Yep,
Yeah,
thank you.
All right.
good.
We covered
Okay.
there?
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate that. Announcements by commission members. We'll start with Mr. Eric. Announcements?
Yeah. I have two things. One is an announcement, one is a request for a report. Should I do them both now or just the announcement?
We do requests for future agenda items coming up.
Okay, so I'll just do my, announcement. On February 16th, my Kingman Community Cleanup Initiative is doing a cleanup downtown at Metcalf Wash. This is our third cleanup. It'll be at 2 p.m. and we're meeting at Locomotive Park downtown. We'll be cleaning the wash by the museum and wrapping around. And if we get time to go on the other side of Any Divine Route 66, we will.
What was the time on that?
2 p.m., February 16th.
Do you trim all the trees coming up there too at the same time, or?
No, we don't touch any trees or anything. We are picking up just loose
Oh, okay.
trash.
Okay.
We, our first cleanup was 14 bags. Our second cleanup was, I think, oh, Mr. T has it, but I think it was a lot of pounds. And we had a lot of help. And the volunteer count just keeps growing. So,
Awesome.
February 16th, excuse me, I'm in Atlanta, so everything's pushed forward 2 hours. It's 12 noon, which would be 2 p.m. Eastern. So 12 noon is the time, not 2 p.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say, gotta pick up trash quick before it gets dark.
Yep. So 12 noon, February 16th, downtown Locomotive Park, meeting at the Veterans Memorial.
That's awesome.
And I have a flyer, I can share it with you if you want later.
Awesome. Do you have any
I have
announcements?
nothing.
Okay. Janet?
Nothing at this time.
Okay, I want to give a shout out and kudos to the landscape that they did at Stockton Hill Interchange.
Yeah.
Man, that makes a difference in our town.
Yeah, it looks good.
Things like that, just taking an area and just cleaning it up, making it nice, and just fantastic. Did the city do that, or was that DOT?
It was an eight.
The city did that?
Yeah, it was an ADOT project, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but
Oh, the
there was
ADOT.
city participation. I don't know. Jack's team was pretty involved with it
Yeah,
for sure.
they used the same contractor that we used on Beale Street.
Yeah.
I think it was
Two
Bannock.
thumbs up with a
Bannock
twist there.
Those people were good.
Yeah, it really makes a great difference for our city. Okay. Request for future agenda items and updates. So Jengus?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask about code enforcement and kind of now that we've got our departments all figured out and staffed, I was wondering if we could get kind of a benchmark of where code enforcement is and how it's going. You guys mentioned it earlier, especially with places that have empty lots with a bunch of trash that we can't do anything about because they're private land.
Right.
Just how is it going and just create a nice benchmark across the board.
Absolutely, Commissioner Eric. And, you know, the development services crew, specifically Sean's group, or the neighborhood services group, they were attending these somewhat regularly. Like I think they attended the July one and maybe some before that. So I'll certainly reach out to them and we can get them scheduled to come give that update at our next meeting.
Thanks, Keelan.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Commissioner Helton,
Well,
any requests for future agenda items?
no.
Okay.
I have a question, but not a request, so we'll wait until you're done.
Oh, well, you can go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm reverting back
No
to the
worries.
adoptive block, because I don't know for sure. If somebody came in, an organization, and wanted to choose their own block, can they choose what they want, or do you have, you don't have anything set up specifically for?
People do choose their own
Okay,
areas.
Right.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Great. Janet?
No, but I would like to see if we couldn't find out, I know with all the construction going on there, as we come into Kingman on, with all that work, it is nasty. All the gas stations and all that debris, I just sit there in stop traffic saying, give me a bag. I would like to see coming into the city of Kingman if we could schedule something to look at it, to see if it's a possibility that we could clean it up, because it really does, it's an eyesore.
I'm not quite sure how much of that is city and how much is ADOT right away, but we'll certainly check into it and figure it out.
You saying
Yeah,
coming in
no,
on the 40
understood.
or the
No,
93
93.
Yeah.
from Vegas? Okay, is that it? Okay, so I have a few things on my mind here. I was thinking if we could look into setting up some temporary debris fencing to see if we can help catch some of this trash from reaching the fields that we can't get to on the private property. And another idea was to, there's a lot of old Texas sage plants, and along Route 66, you know, where we always clean up, and a lot of those old Texas sage, they're half dead, and they're just, if we could cut those down all the way, the trash will blow right through, but they'll sprout up again and kind of refresh themselves.
Sorry, where was that at? Chair?
Well, on Route 66 there, and Airway, like, so, I guess where we can in the city, where the landscape is just old and is catching trash, and it doesn't look very well, if we could just cut those down, those plants will regenerate. That's the, I know those plants will in particular, we have some at the house. So just another idea of doing that. And I thought I saw, graffiti. I read somebody had a thing in the paper that it seems to be growing in Kingman, the graffiti issue. And who takes care of that? Do you want the Clean City Commission to get involved with?
You know, KPD responds to those, and then they do, you know, they have graffiti abatement forms that I know that they give out to, you know, individual homeowners or people who have been
Okay.
affected by graffiti. But yeah, it's not something that Public Works has handled, you know, traditionally. Although I will say this, when we do get an abatement, our Public Works crew, and Donna, you can certainly correct me if I'm wrong, they will go out and either cover it up or they'll remove it.
Oh, okay. No, no worries. Yeah. Future agenda item, maybe. Anyway, that was pretty much it for me.
Real quick comment on the graffiti. We had during one of the cleanups along that trail that goes from Stockton to Harrison by the fairgrounds, that walkway, we noticed a ton of graffiti in that wash or that culvert where the water goes. And because it was ADOT, we weren't allowed to really do anything about that.
Let me just make sure I'm clear with Chairperson Carpenter's request. So then for a future agenda item,
Yes.
we want to learn or discuss more about graffiti abatement.
Right.
So maybe that's something that
And
we
if
have
there's
Keith together.
something that
Okay.
the Clean City Commission could, I don't know, maybe keep track of it, or, I don't know, how we can help.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Sorry, I hope I didn't interrupt you, Commissioner Eric.
No,
Okay.
no. I was just putting that inside that ADOT was the washes and culverts were ADOT by the highway.
Yeah. I brought that up just because I saw a letter from a concerned citizen in Kingman bringing the issue up of graffiti, so maybe it's something we can help with. So, all right. Okay, that pretty much covers it, so a motion to adjourn?
If I can just add one thing, I
Sure.
know there is some, a little bit of length between our next meeting. Previously, what we had done is, I would send out an email, typically monthly. Those of you who have been on the commission, are familiar with that. We can certainly continue to do that. It may not be focused specifically on, I think that was more focused on complaints, but we can certainly do that and keep everybody in the loop. And then if there's
Yeah.
things that come up along the way so that we do have that communication between now and our next meeting, I'm happy to do that if that's something that you guys would like.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, communication. We'll work together as a team.
That's all I have.
All right.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Safe travels, Jengus.